As a quick disclaimer before this podcast begins, all the audio from Clam Chowder was recorded through Discord, so it's a little bit choppy. That's all I can do on the Wi-Fi that I have available to me. Despite that, we can still get the points across, and it sounds just fine. So enjoy. And welcome back, everybody, to the KnarfyCast. My name is Ryan, and I am here with two freaking amazing human beings that are joining me from California. Please welcome Cam and Chloe.
Hello, everyone.
How you guys doing?
Good. That was officially the nicest introduction we've ever received.
Yeah, that was my goal. Well, good. I'm so glad. I'm glad we could find time to do this, because this is like super difficult to find cross time zone ridiculousness.
Seriously.
So I'm glad we could do this.
What time is it for you there?
It's currently 8 o'clock, 8:12.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I can't read the clock.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah.
Doing well.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it is nuts.
Well, welcome to my channel.
Yeah.
Woo. This is great.
Nice to be here on Knarfy, man.
Woo. It's great. All right. So we had a topic that we wanted to talk about, which is basically just making content in college, because all three of us are in college. We are all trying to do crazy stuff on the internet just while we're also trying to do school. So we decided to probably try to discuss the pros and cons and the benefits and, all the ins and outs of doing that if you people are also trying to do that. So,
for sure.
Here we go. Where do you want to start? I don't know what I'm doing. So
That's a great question. I mean, for sure, like the biggest thing about making content in college for us has been because for us, we're not only trying to do Clam Chowder, the media channel,
right? Which we will discuss later.
Yeah, exactly. But what most people don't see is that Chloe is also equally involved with helping me run Cam Anderson these days, like with making music and creating good content over there too. So we're trying to find time for school and for making content.
Totally.
And like filming has just been a beast.
Oh, gosh,
I don't know how it is for you, but like filming takes like, I don't know, what would you say the average amount of time that we spend filming for
I have no idea, but we were already like having so much trouble finding time to write music or film that then we decided to start a whole nother thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I know exactly how you feel there. That's difficult.
Yeah, because I mean, realistically, we probably spend like, for a vlog, we probably spent a good hour setting up and then an hour and a half recording.
Yeah.
And then I never keep track of how long it takes me to edit because I'm a very slow editor. But
never not very long.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
it's never like,
exactly.
oh yeah, half an hour of editing, it's fine. It's always like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
See, yeah, my struggle is more of actually finding the time to edit because, surprisingly, being a cinema major, like, I have a lot of stuff that I have to do outside of just like YouTube stuff. So like it's hard to find time for editing, especially with like how much editing I do for my videos. I do a lot of editing for my videos, so it takes like a couple hours at least. So it's just a struggle. These videos are way easy because I just kind of throw the things together and then edit out whatever randomness I need. But there's not like crazy flipping face cam whateverness, So yeah,
face cam is a whole another beast.
Totally.
I know for me personally, like for some reason, it's never sunk in that I could just apply the face cam to the whole video and then splice it from there. I always add the face cam individually every single time. And so there's some where it's just like there's a jump cut and suddenly your face is in a different place.
Oh gosh.
You're like, what happened?
Where did that go? What, why? Yeah, no, I feel ya. Yeah, I've only recently just started using presets and stuff and just setting my face cam over the whole thing. It's tough. It's annoying.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a lot of work.
I think that's definitely for us. Like timing is huge for us. And then also a big struggle for us is everything that we do has to be done in a studio. Well, I guess not necessarily has to be done, but really ideally has to be done in a studio.
That's fair.
Pretty much,
and we don't have, we're actually not technically allowed to like let ourselves in.
The official policy at our school is basically if you can get to the door and you can schedule it on, like write it down, then the room is yours and you just have to figure out how to get into the building that you don't have access
Oh no, that's fair. Yeah.
All of our crime reports here are like, oh, they stole another bicycle.
Oh
Like
my
nobody
gosh.
has very high ambitions
And
at our
they
school.
keep
Oh, wow.
stealing my bike. My bike is
Oh
stolen
no.
3 times with the same lock on it every
my
single time.
gosh.
I'm like, okay, first of all, they gave us this big spiel at the very beginning. It was like, buy this lock because
Right.
no one will ever steal your bike.
And then they steal the
It
bike
costs
anyways.
$49.99.
Oh my gosh.
And so I bought this lock and I put it on my bike, and seriously, within like a month, it was gone.
Oh my
And
word.
I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And so I went to campus security and I talked to him. I was like, hey, where's my bike? And he was like, I don't know. And then they were like, wait, was it like reddish orange? And I was like, dude, I've had it for like a month. I feel like it was like a reddish orange color, but I can't
Right.
give you like innate
An actual
details of the
description.
bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so eventually he was like, it's probably yours, but we confiscated a dude who was like stealing bikes. Is this
Oh,
yours?
man.
And he brought it back, and of course it was mine. And I was like, thank you for that. The pedals
Yeah.
were like, first of all, the thief had painted the pedals a different color, hoping
What?
that it would throw off.
That's all he changed.
Yeah,
He
that's
just,
the
like,
only thing
That's a
he did.
terrible disguise. What is he thinking?
I was like, what does he think? I'm gonna walk in and be like,
I know, yeah. This isn't my bike. The pedals are different, you know? Like, what?
exactly. But
Uh,
I got it back, and then like seriously, 2 weeks later, went out to go ride my bike to class because I was 5 minutes late. Classic Cam, and
True.
nowhere to be seen. It was like,
Man.
dude, freaking came back, stole
Stole it
my bike
again? Oh my gosh.
really funny though, because I had the opposite problem
Oh.
where my bike went missing, but it was because campus safety unlocked it and took it.
Oh my gosh. So campus
And they were like,
safety is the
I'm
culprit
sorry,
now.
it wasn't locked properly. And I was like, really? Then like,
Then why
how
did
come
you
you had to
take
break
it?
my lock when you took it?
I'm sorry, it wasn't locked properly. You had to get through the lock, so clearly there was something gone right there.
Like, no,
That's
look,
so
the lock is
weird.
broken. See, it wasn't locked. Wait a minute.
Oh, that. Yeah, totally. That's so funny. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
have a bike here, and I mean campus is so small here that it's like we can just walk everywhere anyways. But yeah, I've heard horror stories where people are like, oh yeah, my bike's been gone forever, and I just don't care because it's gone. You know, it's like
Right,
wow,
exactly.
all right.
Well, that is the advantage of a small campus. Is like if your bike does go missing, it's like, oh no, I have to walk the 100 feet instead
Exactly. Yeah.
of riding.
The poor people,
How
like, there's one hall that's at the bottom of a hill, and that's it. Like, that's the only hall at the bottom of the hill. And I'm an RA there, actually, next year, which will be
way.
kind of fun. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I have to walk up that hill now, and I don't have a bike.
Right.
But, you know,
Totally.
it's fine. I mean, being
I'm
from
guessing-
Colorado, it's like, well, who cares?
Right. Exactly.
I have plenty of
And I'm
air.
guessing like the calf and like everything exciting is at the top of the hill, so
Totally.
you have to walk up there.
Yep.
if you
All
wanna
the
have a
classes,
social
all
life.
the food, the everything. Everything is up at the top of the hill. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
So,
That's
yeah.
always how it is.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we've really been trying to figure out how we can actually get it. We're looping it all the way back.
Right.
Trying to figure out how to manage getting into the studio, and luckily, like ever since we've had, I mean, really the idea for Cam Anderson to start growing, and then from
Right.
there, Clam Chowder, like people have just been like popping up and coming alongside us and saying like, hey, we want to like be a part of this, like
Totally.
and letting us into the building and letting us use the studio and
That's awesome.
helping us film and record and all that sort of stuff.
That's so nice. I love that.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah, there was a time when we were outside of the building at like 10 p.m. and we were like, you know what?
It was later than that.
Yeah, it was
Oh, man.
it was crazy late.
Whew.
But we were like, you know what? The Lord is gonna open doors. That's
Mhm.
what's gonna happen. We stood there for about 30 minutes and we were like, okay, maybe the Lord is gonna open the door to someone else. So
Yeah,
we
exactly.
texted some CMA friends, and this guy like we got on the phone with him. Hey, can you like? I know this is super inconvenient, so you don't have to if you don't want to. But we're outside of the CMA building. We have it reserved. We just can't get into the building. He's like, dude, I'll be there in like 5. We're like, are you
Oh,
serious?
that's
And he's like,
awesome.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just like sitting in my room. And I was like, oh, that's
That's
kind
awesome.
of sad, but thank you.
Yeah. That's awesome of him to do that. That's so great. I love that.
It
Yeah.
was really cool.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys
those
have a
have been
studio.
the 2 biggest struggles for us.
Mm-hmm.
The place of where to actually make content.
Totally. Yeah, that's tough. That's a big struggle, I think, in general for any college, production is like having that space. Because I struggled with that for a while. Like I do most of my stuff in my own room. Like all of that stuff I record is
Right.
all in my room at my desk. Like that's it. That's all I got. So it's like it's hard, you know, because you don't always have that space that you want to like be able to make the best content that you can. So it's like, well, bummer, you know. So some people will lose their drive to do things if they don't have that space, which I have tried not to do.
And I know for me, like sometimes just the space that I'm in, like can seriously boost or seriously kill my creative vibe.
Absolutely.
Where it's like, if like I love the studio that they're offering for us, but we cannot write music in there.
3 light bulbs in this really, really dark all black foam room.
Oh my gosh.
And it's the most depressing place to film ever because you're just like sad and tired when you walk in.
Yeah, not an ideal place for music there. Whew.
Yeah, no, not really. So we always do like the writing of our like whatever we're planning to do for vlogs and podcasts, we like plan it all out.
Totally.
And we get in and we get out as fast as we can.
That makes sense.
Like,
it's just
it seriously
sad.
feels like, it feels like solitary conflicting in there.
And you know what's interesting? So far, our video with the most views is the only video we didn't film in that room.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's really funny.
Apparently no one wants to join us in solitary confinement. Like, we like it when you film somewhere with light.
We want to see your faces, you know.
Exactly.
That's hysterical.
So you've been filming the podcast in the studio for the time that you've been doing it. And then before you were doing the podcast and filming in your room at college, did you film in your room?
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there. What was that?
Oh, for like, I know since you've been in college, you've been like this nice studio for the communication.
Or at least that's been for the past like month or so. Like, because that's as long as I've had it, you know. Totally.
And then when you were like back home in high school, did you also just film in your room, or was there a room in your house that you went to?
I mean, I did a little bit of both. I mean, as you guys probably, and you have seen for sure, I did a lot of my filming in my room, like in front of my desk, you know, or at my desk. The first thing I filmed with was the freaking like Microsoft Surface, and like using the webcam on that thing and like recording on that thing. Dude, so many memories from that. That was when we first started stuff, you know. Crazy.
Totally.
So and then just kind of progressing from there, and all of it's mostly been in that room or in another room that we have in our house. So yeah.
Right. Absolutely. That is awesome.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah, me and Chloe are kind of. I mean, I'm new to the like consistently filming with someone else dynamic.
Totally.
And it's been like amazing.
Yeah. No, it's nice. Like it's nice to film with someone else. You know, I usually I do most of my stuff, all of my stuff really by myself. But like once or twice I'll have like someone in like just chilling with me, and we'll just like we'll record something, you know. But yeah, and I know what you're saying. It's a nice vibe to have someone else there. It's kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean that would be my like, as long as we're talking about making content in college, like I'm super supportive of if you like creatively need to work alone, because for me sometimes that happens to me with music where it's like I have to write something just without anyone else's influence. I just gotta like get in my own headspace. But like 9 times out of 10, if you're like filming or recording or even editing, like if you have someone there, like it's a godsend. It's
for sure.
Hilariously different.
Totally. It's such a different vibe, and it gives you more ideas. You have someone to bounce ideas off of, and like it's so helpful. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you.
It goes so much faster.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
True. Oh my word,
man. So yeah, all right. That was good. That was a good little bit there. What else? You know, something that's difficult for me is finding ideas for what to do, because that is a huge struggle for me. I always I try to find something to do. Like I get videos out. Sometimes they're just quick little random things, but it's hard to find ideas. Especially when you're like spending all your brain power on something else, you know?
Totally. That's kind of why we like the idea of Clam Chowder. Like, we're just going to give you the platform and you can give us the idea.
That's really smart. Yeah, exactly.
We figured like art is something that is always going to be appealing to everyone, regardless of what it is. But
yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, that's definitely something we could talk about, is finding ideas for content.
Yeah. Well, how do you guys do it? Like, what where do you find that inspiration for just ideas for like the vlogs and stuff?
Well, so far, like we've only put out 2 vlogs
Right.
so far, and one of them has kind of just letting people see what we do to set up our channel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, we sat down and we just kind of tried to do something that I was gonna say we've never done before, which is sort of like half right. Like we have written never tried to do it in a specific process or order.
Smart, yeah,
so
right.
We just like looked up a list online and tried to do it according
Yeah.
to what the list told us, and it was interesting.
That's really funny. I like that. That's a great idea.
We were thinking, because of like what we're planning to do is like oftentimes when we have a podcast with a new artist on, to actually release a vlog of us trying out their art.
That's really fun, actually. I like that.
Some things we'll never be able to actually do.
Yeah. Like, there's a gal who we got in touch with who makes jewelry out of cement.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It is
what
ridiculously mind-bending. It's insane.
Gosh.
And I looked at Chloe when she reached out. So we're not doing a vlog on that.
That's fair. You should totally try it, though. That'd be so funny. I would love that video. Could you please do that? I want you to do that.
Oh my gosh. We'd have to find... I feel like Lowe's actually sells cement for pretty cheap.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of places that just sell random like bags of cement or whatever.
Yeah, the problem is finding a place to make
that is totally
true.
fair. Yeah, that comes back to finding locations, you know. Finding the space to do things.
Yeah, we could like contact the ceramics unit and be like, hey,
hey,
so you're not really gonna believe us when we tell you this.
We're making jewelry out of concrete.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we pour concrete in one of your classrooms?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's for jewelry. What the heck are they doing?
What?
Totally.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to find more ideas. I have this list of just random ideas in a notebook somewhere. I don't remember where that notebook went, but I have a list of like all these random ideas I had, and I need to like just start going through them and doing them because they're like some of them are really solid. I just don't remember where that notebook is.
Is that your anchor journal that you had a while back?
Yeah. I just kept writing ideas in there, and then I just haven't done a lot.
Yeah,
of them.
I think that's like one of the biggest things for any creator is follow through. Like you can have a great idea, but like there comes a certain point. This is why I love Chloe in this way, because I'm very much more oriented towards like, oh, we could do this and that would be so cool.
Totally.
And then I never do anything to make that. To make that.
That's fair.
But since we've actually started working on things together, I usually will come up with an outrageous idea, and Chloe's like, "That sounds great. How do we get there?"
Right.
And then she'll use, we have these options, and then she starts to actually flesh out the idea.
That's good.
Really, a lot of the things that have happened on either channel is because of her planning and her follow through.
That's awesome. Chloe, you just doing everything for him. He would be nowhere without you.
Yeah, I actually am Cam in all of his videos.
Yeah. She does everything. Like Cam's not even part of the picture. Like Chloe is both voices that you're hearing right now, everything. Like the whole 9 yards. She's laughing at the same time with herself. That is how in-depth this is going.
I'm just a puppet.
Yeah, exactly.
She's the voice and everything. Oh my god.
In fact, all through high school, even when Cam was my best friend in high school, it was always Chloe.
Now you can play the Illuminati.
Exactly. All right.
Clam Chowder is actually just Chloe talking to herself.
That's amazing. That's solid. That's hysterical. I love that.
That's like one thing that I would really encourage, like anyone out there who has an idea. If you're not someone, and you know you're not someone who like really tends to follow through on their ideas, find someone that you click with who does follow through on their ideas, and then the two of you can actually start making good content, because that's usually the perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Finding someone that can do that for you is so nice. I have to do it on myself, so that's fun. Yeah.
Although there are like the thing about you that I think is really unique is you seem to be like much more self-sufficient than any other like independent YouTuber that I've seen.
Fair.
Where it's like there is the conception and the execution all in one. Most people will have one or the other.
Yeah, fair.
Um,
That's totally fair.
I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know, because there are some people where it's like they have amazing execution, like the technicality of what they're doing and like how it's edited and all that.
Totally.
Astoundingly good, but their idea just is not.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like there was a guy, we were just watching a guy the other day, I forget his name.
This is such a well shot, beautiful, boring video.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. Honestly, yeah.
Because there was a guy just the other day, we were watching like Thatcher Joe and some of his friends. And like the thing about like some of his friends is that they have amazing execution, like really well edited and really well like even like the idea,
like super well planned out.
Yeah,
like this guy, there was that whole like 24-hour challenge where you like hid out in a store or something overnight.
Oh yeah. Oof.
And this dude like planned ahead. He made sure all of it was legal, and he like got in contact with the CEO of the company and everything. It was really cool, like really well done, but he was not the most interesting person.
Yeah. And like the idea of what he did was like boring. Like it was just like
they ended up like sitting around.
Yeah,
well, that sucks. No, yeah, you gotta find something fun to do, man. That
exactly.
sucks.
Like and the funny thing was he chose to do it in a trampoline park.
Oh.
Which was like you'd think would be so interesting.
Yeah.
They, laid down and watched Netflix.
Yeah,
that's
like
boring.
I was like, what a like missed opportunity.
Yeah,
you could have done so many cool things.
There's so many fun things you can do with that, and then like that it's more entertaining for people. Yeah, gosh dang it.
Exactly. I was like, dude, if I had been in your position, I would have like low key brought in jelly beans and like spelled things out on the floor.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Or, like so and so is here, and like freak out the cleaning people. Like,
yes, totally.
What the heck?
That'd be really fun.
You're gonna put jelly beans and spell something out on a trampoline. And the smallest, lightest food ever.
You're right.
Like,
still though.
Like, oh, this will be so good. It's just like a pile of jelly beans
in the middle of the trampoline.
Happened?
Yeah.
It would be equally confusing.
They just walk in the next day and it's like, oh, there's a pile of jelly beans on this trampoline. What happened here?
Thank you, I guess.
Yeah, was this a gift? Like,
depending on how hungry you are, I mean, like, yeah.
How high were those people last night?
Yeah, dude, we're gonna go into this trailer and we're gonna go to this trampoline park and we're gonna put jelly beans in a pile on the trampoline.
Oh,
totally.
My goodness, I feel like someone would do that too. That's what's sad is that someone would probably do that.
Exactly. Just because I moved from Colorado to California does not mean I get high and put jelly beans on trampolines.
I get all those jokes too. So many people joking about how high I am all the time, and it's like the worst thing ever. I love it, but it's the worst thing ever.
It's like, I know, well, because the minute I introduce anyone, the minute I just introduce myself to anyone, it's like, and the minute they're like, where are you from? I'm like,
no wonder they think you're high.
The minute I introduce them to me.
Hello.
Oh my god.
But like the minute I say like, the minute they ask me like, where are you from? I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. I'm like, I'm from Colorado. And then they instantly lean and they're like, whoa, bro, do you smoke weed? I'm like,
totally.
Dude.
There was this incident a little while back where in our hall there was something that smelled like weed. I'm not entirely sure what the full circumstances were, but basically campus security was going through every room and was like, hey, you need to get out of your room and you need to go to the lobby so we can check all the rooms. And my roommate looked at me and legitimately said, is it you? And I was like, dude, come on. I was like, it was the funniest thing. I was like, come on, dude.
The phrase of betrayal.
Like, completely unironically, too. Like, he was like, is it you? Are you the one that has it? And I was like, look at me. Like, really?
Like,
it was so funny. I still tease him about it to this day.
What is it? You?
Maybe
is it you?
Like, talk in your sleep weirdly.
True.
I mean, I wouldn't know. He hasn't told me anything about that, so I have no idea.
That's totally fair.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Sometimes people keep things from you for good reason, you know. I haven't told my roommate that she snores because she thinks she doesn't.
That's
and
fair.
I don't want to like crush her dreams.
Her dreams of not
I'll
snoring.
be the perfect wife. I don't snore. Yeah.
I don't snore, right? I don't do that.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Seriously though. But yeah, it was funny. The roommate that I got for next year, he was like, "Yeah, I've been told I like snore slightly," and I was like, "Dude, I've been around so many snoring people my entire life. I'll bet you that what you consider a snore is like white noise. Like seriously."
That's fair.
But
yeah,
it was so funny, and he like brought it up. He was like, "Well, you know, I kind of like tend to snore like slightly, I guess, a little bit."
Right.
I was like, from the way you're delivering that, it's not something.
It's not a problem, right? Exactly.
When we called over like winter break, Cam would be like, "What's that noise in the background?" And it would be my dad snoring in another room that Cam could hear over the phone.
That's so funny. I love that.
Like, I know North Carolina is rural, but I didn't know you had wild animals.
I don't know you had buses driving through your backyard. Like, gosh. That's so good. Yeah, there was a night. There was a night where we were. Wow, my light just changed temperature. That was weird. There was a night in Colorado this past week where I was in Ben was sleeping in my room, and the three other guys were sleeping in another room. Ben was slightly snoring. He had gone to bed before us. He was just ever so slightly snoring. So I just creeped up with my phone and just took a little video and Snapchat, sent it to his girlfriend, and she loved it. It was just this moment of
gosh.
Ben doesn't usually snore, but he's snoring right now, so I'm gonna send it to his girlfriend. She loved it. It was a quality moment. And Ben was denying it the next day. He was like, "No, I don't snore. That must have been something else." And it was clearly it's you. It was so funny.
There was refrigerator maintenance occurring at the exact time when I opened and closed my mouth.
Exactly. It was 11:30 too. It's the refrigerator was acting up at 11:30 at night. Yep. It was my parakeets. They were snoring. Yep.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Well, yeah. Solid. You guys have anything else that you want to cover before for this topic? I can't talk either. It's fine.
You're good. I mean, we could talk about the actual idea of clam chowder a little bit.
Yes, let's talk about that. Yes. So give us the whole rundown of what clam chowder is, who you guys are, what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, me and Cam were trying to come up with
ways to get out of college.
Yeah.
Fair. Yep. That's me too. Yep.
We have no time to film. Wouldn't it be cool if we had something that actually was sustainable?
Yeah. I feel that.
And so we kind of wanted to start this brand that would hopefully one day turn into workshops that we could host and events that we could travel.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
The whole idea of Clam Chowder is it's a media brand solely for the purpose of promoting new and unknown different forms of art and what people are passionate about. Because our goal long term is to give an entire creative community a way to actually find different passions, different art forms that they could potentially be interested in and get started in themselves. We host a weekly podcast with a different artist, and then people can tune into that and say, "Oh, this is someone who actually does this for real. That's kind of interesting."
Yeah.
And then we post a vlog 2 days or 3 days before that of us trying it, because we're both pretty new to everything that we're wanting to have on the show.
Fair.
And so it gives our viewers not only a glimpse into a professional professional. Most of them are just, friends or family friends who do really interesting things.
Totally.
Make jewelry out of cement.
That's so insane.
But we want to have people like that. Yeah, it's crazy. We want to have people like that on the show who actually do them really well, and then show people just like us, it's okay to actually start with no knowledge and just try and see what comes out of it.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, so we're trying to actually take that from being a media brand. Right now we have social media and YouTube and videos like that. We're trying to take it from there to actually hosting workshops with guest artists and with different creators, different speakers, different types of people who are passionate about different things,
Totally.
to the point where people can actually come and learn about an art form that they're interested in, and actually get started in it. Because for us, we're really tired of people being like, oh, you can't do that because it's not practical, or there's no future in that. Like,
right.
you may be passionate about it, but like, what are you going to do with that long term?
Yeah.
We want to actually make that kind of comment impossible, where it's like people can see artists succeeding in every type of art and every type of creative, because there is a path for it. You just have to know what it is.
Right. I agree. I'm with you there. That's awesome. Yeah. I love that. I love that idea. That's such a great, yeah. I don't know. I love that. I like that. I love that a lot. I can't talk. It's fine. It's, it's 8:45. I should go to bed.
About it. But
totally.
We've been really pouring our heart in. I mean, we've been doing it for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing.
We're pouring our heart and soul into it. It was
the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
We were recording stuff for Cam's channel, and then while we were packing up in the studio, we're like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if we could just do this instead of like all of this other stuff that we're doing to hopefully be able to do this one day.
Totally, yeah. That's
and
good.
then
That's
we
awesome.
came up with the idea for it, and then the next day we're like, why don't we actually try it?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's super great. I love that. That's such a great.
So it's also it's not just a brand new channel; it's like a brand new idea too. Like we started the channel 2 weeks ago, and we also came up with the idea 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Seriously, within the conception of the idea, like within 2 days, we were filming the very first video.
That's crazy.
And editing that night, because we just we really were. We were getting kind of sad with okay, so we could do college for 4 years and get a job in a company that we're not super satisfied with, and then eventually in 10 years maybe be doing what we're passionate about.
Totally.
Or we could start to build that future for ourselves now, and then hopefully
in 10 years we'll be doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll have been doing it the whole time.
Totally. That's awesome.
Start.
Yeah, no, that's really great. It was so funny last week, being back in Colorado. Zach was also there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were both there. We met up for coffee, and we just we were chilling and we were chatting and just talking. And then Zach brings up, is like, "Have you heard about the clam chowder thing?" And I was like, "Clam chowder? What? What? Why would you bring that? That's such a weird, random niche food that what?"
I really love the soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
just had it at Panera Bread the other day for the first time.
Interesting. No, yeah. It was just this funny thing. It was like, clam chowder. I had no idea that existed, and then I saw it, and I was like, all right, I'm invested, and here we go.
My $5 payoff.
Exactly.
I'm just paying Zach to walk around and be like,
Hey,
have you heard about clam chowder?
Clam chowder? That's awesome.
I'll give you $1 every time you say this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's a funny conversation starter, too. It's like, hey, so clam chowder. It's like,
exactly.
What?
And we wanted, the name was a super cheesy, we were just talking about we're doing the classic couples
this was
thing.
Months ago. Somebody was like, wow, because you guys are dating. Now
that's what I figured.
Chloe and Cam.
That's what I figured too, because I was like, there's got to be a ship name in there, Clam. That works perfectly.
Exactly.
Yep.
We were like, all right, I guess we're Clam. But then we were both like, even back then, we were like, Clam is a disgusting ship name. We just, and so when we made a joke where it was like, oh yeah, together we're Clam Chowder.
That's awesome.
And so we've been going like that for a while, and then eventually we were just like, we actually want to build this into a brand, because it's not so serious that people will back away and be like, okay, this is too businessy for not fun, and it's not so ridiculous.
It's really good.
Next supplier 337.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
New podcast every Friday. Newest episode, it's somewhere in between.
And it's so perfect because you guys have such a unique name. I was just looking up on YouTube. I was looking to see if there was any other clam chowders out there. You guys are the only ones with any sort of established brand, and you're the first one that pops up. So you guys you've got it down already. That's the perfect place to be.
Yeah,
and clam chowder
totally.
is searchable enough,
Get more views than the how to make your clam chowder view.
I know,
video
yeah.
with
Those are so funny.
240,000.
Yeah. I've just been referring people to like look up Clam Chowder YouTube or like Clam Chowder podcast, like that kind of a thing. And like it works great.
And
So
I figured out in YouTube the other day how to add keywords to a search. So when people
That's
search
smart.
Clam Chowder Media or Clam Chowder Channel, Clam Chowder Podcast will
Smart.
show up.
that's really smart.
But yeah, it was funny when we were doing the same thing. We're like, how unique branding? Because we may look into that now before we actually start establishing.
We
one.
had already posted the first video, and then we were like,
And then you were like,
find this?
yeah. Totally.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So we looked it up, and we've like discovered a video that's like our white whale, our mountain to climb. And it's by I think it's like Today in Laura's Kitchen. And it's like how to make clam chowder in 5 simple steps. And it's got like 720,000 views.
Oh my
we
word.
can just come up before that video.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have
Yeah.
made it.
If you can hit 1 million views before that video does, you have done well.
Exactly.
That's
the race.
awesome.
That is the race.
That's so good. Well, that's so fun. I have a link in the description here for the people that want to see that. So there's also a card up in the top right of my screen that you can click on and you can get to their channel. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff coming in the future. They've got lots of really good stuff. So go check them out for all of you listening and watching. So that'd be awesome. You
And
guys
also-
are phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I also want to mention, like, if you're like, if anyone is in the like California, SoCal area,
Yeah.
or in the Colorado area, we are going to be like road tripping this summer
Mhm.
and next year, the school year, to interview artists.
Yeah.
So if they're interested in like, if they have a passion or an art that they're interested in like showcasing,
Yeah.
they should get in touch with us, like in
Yeah.
our business email, because we
Totally.
will gladly go out and actually interview them,
Mhm.
because we're looking for new applications all.
I will gladly apply. By the way.
Yeah. Your application was filled out before you
Yes.
like,
Score.
said anything.
Yeah. So
We're
hopefully
like,
I'll be
who
on
do
that.
we want to have on? It's like, have Ryan.
Yeah,
Who else can we have? That's
score.
the obvious one.
Woo. That makes me happy. All right. Well, good. Yeah. So if you guys want to, there is a link in the description as well as this iCard in the top right. You can click there. You can go to the About tab and you can email them with the business email, whatever information you need to potentially be on their podcast. That is primarily if you're in the LA-ish area, Southern California sort of area, or the Colorado area. So, yeah. You guys are great. I'm so glad that I got to talk to you. That is so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, for sure.
Super
Yeah.
fun.
I love this stuff, man. It's so much fun. I'm glad I can help you guys out. So, yeah.
You're awesome.
For you guys watching at home or listening, whatever it is, feel free, subscribe on YouTube. Just listen to this podcast, whatever it comes out. And I don't know when the next one's going to come out, but it'll come out eventually. So, yeah. Go check out Clam Chowder. They have been amazing, this podcast. And I will see all you folks in the next video or podcast, whenever that may be. Bye-bye.